we're going to research ancient times makeup and I'm going to try out the recipes myself. Let's begin. Hey everyone, it's Casper. Today we're going to research ancient times makeup and I'm going to try out the recipes myself. In our last episode of Beauty Facts Unboxing, we did everything on ancient skincare, and on our community board, we put up a survey asking whether or not you think skincare will change over time. 56% of you said, yes, we think we'll have more options. And 43% of you said, the skincare routines will be minimized, so less is more. If you have any other opinions, or if you haven't watched the video, then please do so. So, as we dealt with skincare last time, we're going to talk all about makeup today. When did it begin? Who started it? And did they wear makeup back in the old days? So makeup products that I personally can't live without, like lipstick or mascara, only began to appear in the 20th century. The twist-up type tube lipsticks also appeared during this time. So before this, they used to use paper type casings and it just didn't work out, and they thought we can do better than this. Face powder is widely used today to cover up acne or to control oil and sweat glands, etc., etc. Also, there are a variety of different types of powders, and they began to be mass-produced during the 20th century also. So the types that you've been seeing can be seen in the ads of the 20th century like these. Before the mass production of face powders, beauty magazines in the 19th century taught people how to make face powder at home. But what I'm really curious about is, what about the ancient times? A little bit of a deja vu here. So back in the ancient times, it was definitely a preference to have very pale and white skin during the reign of Elizabeth I. Remember guys, in the last video I mentioned how they used lead, mercury, and chalk to make their face super white? Well, there's actually a similar reference that we can make in Asia as well. During the Tang Dynasty, they actually said you have to have skin pale as snow in order to be beautiful. Pale skin represented wealth because it meant you were staying indoors rather than working outside. So what people in China used to do is ground up rice powder, and in order to make this more adhesive on the skin, they also used lead. Why is everyone using lead? It's super harmful for your skin, and it seems to be appearing a lot in our video. So today I'm going to be trying out the rice powder for you guys without the harmful lead, of course. And I really hope that I'll enjoy this experiment, because in the last video, I don't know if you guys remember, I tried out bread with rose water, which was okay, and beer foam face wash, which was not okay. I did not enjoy that. Yeah, that's not happening again. It would make my life so much easier to use a blender, but since this is the ancient series, we are actually going to do this the old way. So I have some rice here, and I have a bowl and a grinder. So I'm going to do this the 100% handmade style, guys. Let's make some rice powder. Yeah! Awesome. Okay guys, I'm going to sift this once so that I could get some of the grain, like the really fine powder out into this bowl, and then I'm gonna go in for a second grinding. You ready? So the producer actually had a blender set up for me over there just in case this might not work out, but somehow I'm the Incredible Hulk when it comes to grinding rice, and I did it myself, and here is the powder. Do you see how fine it is? It really does look like the no sebum powder that you get from makeup brands these days. So I'm gonna first try it out, and let's see what this powder feels like. Yeah, 힘들어. So to make this look as real as possible, I have got an empty powder container like so. I'm gonna take out the silicone packing. You guys see that? Oh, it feels really nice on the skin though. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, it's a lot better than the beer thing. So I'm gonna put on the cap so it feels as real as possible. Can I get a mirror, please? Now I'm gonna apply it on my face. So do you guys see how my cheeks here, it's a little shiny, right? I've been wearing makeup the whole day. A little bit of oil has come up. Let's see what this rice powder can do. I've tried out this powder and surprisingly it doesn't look very different from the ones that we make in the 20th century, so 21st century. So we'll see. Do you think the beauty junkies at Wish Company will be able to figure out the difference between these two? I've planned out a blind test to see whether or not they could find out the difference. Let's see. So the product on the left is the manufactured product and the product on the right is the rice powder that I ground up. So let's see if we can figure out whether or not that these products are hard to tell apart.
안녕하세요. 더 까보겠습니다. 엄청 귀여워. 엄청 근데 빛난다 뭐가. 반짝반짝해요. 개봉. 모를 수가 없는데요? 여기 이쪽에 이거를 이렇게 했을 때 이 입자 차이랑 그리고 이거는 일단 스펀지에서부터 되게 잘 동그랗게 잘 묻어나고 일단 확실히 밀착이 안 되는 점이 있긴 하네요. 눈에 너무 큰 알갱이가 보이고
뭘로 만들었어요?
이게 뭐지? 되게 뭔가 많이 만져본 건가? 질감이 조금 쌀?
그거 사실 쌀이 아니라 뼈예요.
네? 말도 안 돼.
저런 대체대가 없었다는.
근데 어쨌든 여기에 그 입자가 좀 커 보여도 결국 작은 입자들도 있긴 하니까 효과가 아예 없진 않았을 것 같은.
Ancient people loved not only their face powder but their blush as well. So in ancient Egypt, what they did is they mixed up red clay with oil, animal fat, and used that on their cheeks. And also in ancient Greece, they pound up mulberries as natural dye. If you see here, I've got some mulberries. And use this as a blush. So I'm gonna see how this stains my hand. Ooh, it smells nice. I think that's about it. It kind of looks like those water-stained lip products. Maybe this is where like beauty brands got their lip stains inspired from. Do you guys see the color? It's very magenta-y. It's very purple. Also, one of the makeup trends that was really different from nowadays was the eyebrows. So apparently back in the old times, in Greece, it was really cool and sophisticated to have a unibrow. So the Greek ladies went out and got some animal hair and put it on their eyebrows to make a fake unibrow if they didn't have one. Or also they applied some brown powder to, draw in their unibrow. What do you guys think? I personally... unibrows, guys, just let the brows be. Let the brows be. Thinking about that, I feel like the makeup that's trendy on Instagram and places like that nowadays may look a little outdated and weird in the future as well. I mean, if you think about it, even makeup from just like 5 years ago look a little awkward sometimes, right? So yeah. In ancient Egypt, they especially enjoyed wearing eye makeup. They applied kohl around the eyes in order to protect the eyes from sandstorms, the sun, and the insects that could pester around the eyes. And also, they believed that the eye would be vulnerable to the evil eye if they didn't apply makeup. This kohl that I'm talking about is actually the beginning of eyeliner that we know of today. Kohl is made up of lean glaze and oil or animal fat, and it is told that Egyptians used wooden or metal sticks in order to apply the kohl around the eyes. This kohl is still used today, and while some believe that the mixture of lead and oil can be beneficial for the skin, others argue that this is very harmful. So the recipe that I'm going to try out today is 100% safe, so you guys don't have to worry. Experiment number 2. Here we have activated charcoal, some oil in the middle, and some beeswax. You guys see these little pellets? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make some eyeliner. Now, I don't know if this is the exact way the Egyptians did it, but I'm gonna try my best to keep it all natural and all organic. So here I have my little fire source where I'm going to melt the beeswax, and I'm just going to add little bit by little to see the viscosity of the product. And let's see if this works out. The activated charcoal, a spoonful of it. And then with a 1-to-1 ratio, I'm gonna go in with the oil. And then I'm gonna stir this up. Oh, it smells like eyeliner though. I'm doing a lot of grinding today. I think this needs a little bit more oil. I'm not sure. I think that's enough. So I don't know if I'm looking out to make liquid eyeliner or gel eyeliner, but since this is an experiment and I'm not sure how pigmented this charcoal powder is going to be, I feel like there still needs to be some sort of viscosity. So this is how it is right now. But the more I mix it up, the more like of a shiny and glossy texture this has. So just to show you guys how this applies, I'm using a stick just like the ancient Egyptians did. You guys see that? It's pigmented, but it's really runny. And also I feel like there's too much, like it's grainy feeling. It feels like sand. So I feel like there needs to be some sort of agent that makes this adhere and feel a little more stickier. I don't know if sticky is the right word. Guys, please don't do this at home. Like really don't do this at home, like the containers and like just the storage and everything. I feel like it's a lot better for you guys to just buy makeup. So guys, originally I was gonna put this on my eyes, but in the process of mixing and burning it in fire with beeswax and oil, and I don't know what happened, this smells a little funky, so I'm not gonna put it on my eyes. But yeah, what do you think? This is my ancient eyeliner right here. I don't know if Cleopatra used something like this, but if I had to make all of my makeup like this, I would just give up on makeup. Yeah, so if you guys even consider doing this at home as a DIY, I recommend you don't do this. Just go to your local, drugstore, Walmart, Olive Young, whatever, and pick up any eyeliner. Not this. Not this. I think this even costs more money. Like, what am I doing? Yeah, no. So with all of this DIY that we've been talking about, we can tell that even in the ancient times, they were pretty serious about makeup, huh guys? Even though some homemade recipes and remedies can be very good, on the other hand, it can be super deadly and dangerous, like the lead that keeps appearing, cough cough. But thanks to these ancient dudes that did all this trial and error for us, we have the safe and awesome makeup products that we have today. Even though it's kind of a bummer that we use more of the chemical products that work efficiently and fast rather than the natural products that we could be using, right? So, all you Wishtrenders out there, what kind of beauty products and makeup products do you want to see in the future? Something that works better, works more efficiently, or something with more natural ingredients? We really want to know what you guys think, so please participate in the poll, and in the next video, I'll announce the results. So that's it for the experiments of today, and I will be back in the next video. Please leave down in the comments anything that you guys may be curious about, and who knows, it might be the next topic for Beauty Facts Unboxing. I'll see you guys next time.